Hi, my name's James Hogben. I'm the CEO of Fingerprint Supervision, and today I want to talk to you about the benefits of supervision using a multi-tenanted platform. Now, if you're doing email supervision or any sort of messaging supervision for that matter, the systems that are in place typically involve a whole load of single bits and pieces to manage your business. So there is an email system, there's probably some form of database, there's probably some form of processing, there's probably some form of web server, and there's maybe hanging off that some reporting service. Now, each client that comes onto that system has to build out that all over again. So client number 2 has another database, another processing system, another web front end, and some more reporting, and so on and so forth. Now, if you're offering this to a lot of people, then this gets expensive pretty quickly, because although there will be some commonality between all of these systems, effectively the vendor that you've chosen is plonking one of those out for each one of your clients, and that drives up their cost of service. At Fingerprint, we've approached the architecture significantly differently to provide a multi-tenanted solution. So what we have is each client feeds in their information to a data bucket. So we do segregate the raw client information, and we do that for data protection purposes. All of the client's data is stored separately. What we then do is we run a process across all clients called an ingest process, where we take all of the data in each individual area and we put it into a large relevance engine. Now, every single bit of data, if that's firm 1, when the bit of data gets up there, the first entry in it is firm 1. And that's firm 3. If we look at the data, each bit of data is owned by a firm. So when it's sitting in the relevance engine, we know that every single bit of data is owned by one of these firms. So we do whatever it is that we do in terms of supervision. What we do is we search for relevance-based information on a lexicon that you set up and a bunch of metadata queries around who's joined conversations, who's left conversations, who's the top talker, who sends large attachments, etc., etc. From our relevance engine, we have a thing called an API. And what our API does is it talks from you as a client to the API to the relevance engine. Now, our system matches firms against accounts. So within the API, we have a permissioning system. This compliance officer can see firm 1 and firm 2. This compliance officer can see firm 2, firm 3. And if we had firm 4, neither of them would see the data of firm 4. Because we've only got one system, we don't need to, for each customer, add databases and applications and the rest of it. We just add another firm and we extend our ingest to look at their data. The rest of the system stays the same. So we don't have an onboarding cost. We don't have an onboarding time. We don't have difficult bits of infrastructure to manage. We have a relevance engine. We have an API. We have an ingest process. And that's what we manage. So we don't have the overhead cost of that. We don't have lots of infrastructure. We don't have many points of failure. What we do have is a segregated system that allows you to assign the different firms to the different people. So you don't have to have multiple logins, because if you do a system like this, the lady that manages firm 1, so this is firm 1 up here, will have a login to here. Firm 2 have a different login. This chap here, for F2 would have a different login for F2, and this is F3, different login again. So what we offer here is a single point of login to the system. So that person there that's got firm 2 and firm 3, the system knows that's all it's given to them. We don't need to have multiple logins. We don't need to do multiple bits and pieces here. We provide one view across the client base, whereas over here you have multiple views across the client base.